What is up, y'all? It's Alina, and in this video we're going to be talking about the 5 things you need to know about this May 2021 new moon in Taurus. So if that's something that interests you, then we are going to be talking all things May new moon in the sign of Taurus, the transit surrounding it, how this new moon energy will be very conducive to resting, reflecting, and strategizing, even manifesting on areas of our lives like our love life, better communication, financial status. And at the end of this video, not only will I have customized journaling prompts to help us dive deeper into the themes of this new moon, but we hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel somehow. So I am doing a giveaway as a massive thank you to you. All the details will be at the end of this video, and they involve Auralign planners, so stay tuned. And with all of that said, let's get started. As you may or may not know, the new moon is already seen as a time of rest and reflection, where we can often feel called to bring our energy inward, to reflect, plan, and strategize for the new lunar cycle ahead. As we see the light after this date building up to 2 weeks later, the full moon, and then a month later ending at another new moon. And with this new moon being in Taurus, a lot of themes surrounding really enjoying and savoring life's simple pleasures will come to the surface. You might have been running around over the last few weeks, being in action, focusing on getting work done, actualizing and really executing your goals, your strategies. And this Taurus new moon really has themes of enjoying the fruits of your labor through relaxation, really savoring things like good food, being out in nature, and enjoying other people's company. As well, Taurus is considered a money ruler, so we might experience more financial developments and even abundance during this time. All of that said, Taurus brings a lot of grounding energy to this new moon, which will be a great time to get centered and clear on what your intentions and goals are financially, materially moving forward into this eclipse season in the summer. Next, what transits will be impacting this new moon? So first, this new moon will be sextiling Neptune in the sign of Pisces. Now, the planet Neptune will be bringing in more imagination and a calling to really get clear on and experience more unlimited ideas into how we can expand upon our material gains, whether that is with our home life, new furniture, new things that can really facilitate a safe space for us. This new moon also squares with Saturn, the planet of boundaries and responsibilities, along with Jupiter, the planet of optimism and expansion. So during this time, we can experience themes of a longing to grow and expand, which that being the Jupiter energy, but also dealing with inner limits, rules, boundaries, and responsibilities that come into play, that being the Saturn energy. Next, on May 3rd, Mercury, the planet of communication, will be entering its ruling sign of Gemini. Now, during this time, especially around this new moon where we're sitting, reflecting, getting clear on things moving forward, really leaning in on our communication skills will be a great asset. And now really is the time to do it. If you're somebody who wants to collaborate this summer, if you're somebody who wants to, put something out this summer, we're going to be having a Mercury retrograde near the end of this month. So getting a lot of the collaborations and communication, any new business deals, signing papers, making purchases, even having to do with electronics, all of these things will be great to do at the beginning of this month before we go into Mercury retrograde. And finally, on May 8th, Venus, the planet of relationships and love, will also be entering the sign of Gemini. Now, as mentioned before, Gemini is the ruling zodiac sign of Mercury, Mercury being the planet of communication as well. Gemini really has a powerful themes of clear communication, mentally stimulating conversations, and especially if you are in the dating world right now, this time, this new moon will be a really beautiful time for potentially planting seeds in relationships through discussions that are mentally stimulating. And if you are in a relationship right now and you've been looking to have deeper conversations with your loved ones and just really spark one another's minds, now is a beautiful time to utilize the conversation to really water the plants that are your relationships. Next, what should we expect to feel surrounding this new moon? Going back to this new moon squaring off with both Saturn and Jupiter, we might expect to experience more clarity when it comes to identifying limiting beliefs in our lives. And I say this because Saturn is really a planet of commitments, boundaries, and teaching us through our fears. And like mentioned before, Jupiter is a planet of both optimism and expansion. So seeing these planets squaring off with the new moon, this moment where we're really reflecting on our day-to-day lives and how we want to continue to structure our day-to-day lives. So during this time, you might experience themes of wanting to go for something in life, knowing that if you did that thing, it would really take you to the next level, but also realizing, wow, that's out of my comfort zone. That's out of this boundary that my subconscious made out of fear to keep me safe. And so how do I break out of these subconscious fears that are being illuminated by Saturn right now to really harness the energy of Jupiter and the new moon to expand and really double down on my optimism? As well, going back to the Saturn energy, you might experience some roadblocks involving the intentions that you're setting for this new moon. But what's important to understand is that Saturn can bring these roadblocks up to highlight whether or not they're limiting beliefs, whether or not they're self-sabotage, whether or not you're actually even committed to what you're going for. It's really interesting to dive into a lot of the themes of Saturn and how it can sometimes be looked at as a negative influence in our charts if they come up. But in reality, it's really honing in on your commitments and your skills for what your vision is moving forward. Next, how do we harness this energy? I would say explore your relationship with finances. As mentioned before, Taurus can really rule over our finances and how it plays a role in the tangible, senses and our day-to-day life. I remember learning the statistics a few years ago that whatever socioeconomic area that you are born into, you're more likely to stay there than, go up or even down. And while there are so many influences into why we stay within certain tax brackets and all of these things, a large aspect of it can be our psychology, our mental state, our viewpoint of what we are capable of. And oftentimes we unconsciously accept what our environment is as just what our reality will always be. Did you grow up in a household where somebody wasn't financially proficient? Is it possible for you to become more financially proficient now on your own as an adult? Do you have limiting beliefs or even a past of self-sabotage when it comes to your finances? What aspect of your finances can you control, and how can you approach it to be in a state of expansion when it comes to knowledge around it? Next, get outside and connect with Mother Earth. Taurus is really bringing in a deeply grounding energy with this new moon, and now is a great opportunity to seek some stress relief, to seek some energetic balance through reconnecting with Mother Earth. This can look like hiking, going to the park, going to the beach, sitting and basking in the music, of nature. All right, y'all, next let's get into these journaling prompts. So what I'll do is put up the journal writing prompts on the screen, and when you see them, I invite you to pause the video, write them out, unpause, and when prompts are helpful to stimulate some good thought processes around this new moon. And finally, let's get into this 100K giveaway. So first things first, what's the prize? The prize will be 6 Auralign planners. Now y'all, I literally don't have any more planners. Like, these are like the last planners. I have literally had some family members ask if I had any more planners, and I had to say no because I knew I was doing a giveaway. Next, how do you enter this giveaway? 1, you need to be subscribed to this channel. 2, you need to follow me on Instagram. And 3, I invite you to comment what your favorite spiritual or mindfulness practice has been. Winners will be randomly chosen and announced on my next video on Sunday, May 9th. And unfortunately, due to incredibly high international shipping prices, this giveaway is only for US residents. And full details for the rest of this giveaway will be in the video description. And by the way, if you're interested in the Auralign planner, I'm so sorry that we're sold out again. So if you want to be the first notified for restocks, for when we release the 2022 line, which I am so excited about. Sign up for our email list on our website, which will be on the screen here and in the video description. I do not spam y'all, so you will only get emails of notifications having to do with that stuff. All right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you made it to the end, please comment 3 house emojis, because we're getting grounded. We're creating our sacred spaces during this new moon of reflection and relaxation. And if not that, then comment if anything came up for you during the journaling prompts, or if you are already feeling any of this energy. Because as I always mention, when you engage in my work, you are not only telling YouTube that you enjoy content like this, but you're supporting a small but growing creator like myself continue to grow. And with all of that said, I will leave you with my favorite quote, and that is, be gentle with yourself, because life is about the journey and not the destination. All right, bye friends.